It's a really windy day, but it's beautiful at the same time. It's a bit warmer and sunshine all day. So we're going to work on the 2 beds in the lawn area. So we've got to make some supports for the runner beans. Obviously it's way too early to even think about sowing the runner beans, never mind putting them out, but I'll get the structure up. And that's going in this big bed. We'll do it the whole length of this bed. I think I'm just going to use normal canes. I was thinking of doing something a bit more substantial, but I'll see how these cope this year, and we'll go on from next year. It's a very windy garden, and so maybe I need to do it a bit heavier duty than I've done at the allotments in the past. And then the fruit bed, or one of the fruit beds, basically I want to cage this, but I don't particularly like the plasticky, metally cages that you can buy. So I'm going to go and try and make something myself using, say, rustic fence posts and some netting. We'll see how that goes. Worst case scenario, I can use that stuff on something else and buy one of the shop bought ones. So I've been busy. I didn't manage to get the runner bean thing done today, but it's 3 o'clock. I've been on this for about the last 5 hours. We have a fruit cage, or we will do when we get the netting for it. So made it at 7 foot high, so I don't have to crouch when I get into it. Let's say it's took about 5 hours to do. I wasn't going to finish this all today. I was going to do a bit of it, but I just got a bit carried away and just worked through until it's done. But yeah, very pleased with that. I've got some netting just arrived, which is 2 meters by 50 meters. So we've worked out we can easily do it with that bit of netting. We're not sure whether we're going to do individual little sort of sections, so that if they break, then we just have to replace smaller amounts, or whether we're going to try and basically cover it in one go. But that should keep the fruit bushes safe from the birds and rabbits and whatever. I've got some bricks coming on Friday, so I want to make a brick path to go through all the middle there. Maybe just some stepping stones, but we'll work out that on Friday. But yeah, it's been a good day. So it's another lovely day, and 2 or 3 more forecasts before we get any cloudier days. So that's all good. So today we're going to do the French bean support. First of all, we'll just have a scan around. Bugger off. In mice. Look at the state of that. Little bastards. We're going to have to do something about that, because that is getting really quite dirty. They've knocked over plants. Yeah. I really didn't think they'd find it so quick. We hadn't had any sightings of ducks in the garden until I put the pond in, and literally within a couple of days they were there, messing it all up. So yeah, we'll work on that at some point. But yeah, anyway, so we shall today put this bean structure up. So I think it'll go to the other side, to the compost area side of the main bed, all the way along there. But yeah, what a beautiful morning. There wasn't a cloud in the sky yesterday all day, and today is going to be similar. So I'm not anti-ducks, but this pond is a bit too small for 3 bloody ducks to go for their morning paddle in it. And yeah, they've knocked over 2 plants. They've snapped that this one here. That's all snapped, and I made a right bloody mess of it as well. So we're going to have to do something about it, cover it at least for the time being until it gets established. I really didn't think we'd have this problem. As I said, we've never even seen ducks in the garden, but within 2 days of putting this in, we have ducks. So I like wildlife, but you know, come on, it's not a bloody duck pond. So that's one of the plants which will be in there now and probably ruined. Or is it that? Yeah, it's probably that swimming around. Yeah. So we'll repot that. We'll try and it's really murky because, as I say, I've just caught them in there, and there's obviously soil now at the bottom of it. Yeah, it'll settle down, but we'll tidy it up a bit and then we'll devise some sort of cover. It's so warm, really warm. A t-shirt, wow. Not sort of 4 layers and my usual grey hoodie. Right, so Kirsten's out. She's out with Court doing some shopping and looking for some bargains for us to sell, and I've been busy just for a change. I'll show you what I've been up to. So there's the runner bean, green bean supports. I've just used the canes. I think there were 8 or 9 foot canes, but I did similar at my last allotment and it lasted well into the 3rd year when we left, and it was absolutely just as good as on the first day that I put it up. So did a really good job there, so hopefully it'll do the same here. So that's all done. I've got some bricks arriving on Friday, so we're going to do either stepping stones or a path right down the middle so we can pick the beans from this side and whatever crops are on this side. At the moment there's just that one row of potatoes. I'm probably going to do another row of potatoes, maybe some shallots, and then all the rest of the potatoes will be done in 30-litre pots. But yeah, that was, it's an enjoyable job doing that. It's quite easy. It took me about the best part of an hour. And then we've tried to sort out this issue with the ducks. As I've got nothing against ducks, before anybody says, but they're just trashing the pond and they're not allowed to. So what I've done is I've covered it so ducks can't get in. There we are. But I've done it so that there's little gaps just below, if you can see on this side. So frogs, newts, no problems at all. Now the plants should be left undisturbed. They will also start poking their heads through in the next few months, and then dragonflies and insects will get onto there, no problem at all. Now the only thing that's a shame is that birds, garden birds, can't get in, but they'll have to blame the ducks, won't they? They can have a word with them, tell them off. But yeah, that will stop that problem. Kirsten's planted those primroses the other day down there as well. It's starting to look nice, and there's a loop in at the back there. But yeah, that should be a big improvement. Right, I'm going to go and get some lunch. Do you fancy some lunch, Eddie? Of course you do, mate, don't you? What you been eating? You're licking your lips. I think you've been eating something you shouldn't have. Right, let's go grab some lunch and then get back out here. I wasn't expecting this morning. Basically I'm going fishing for my own fish for the pond. So let's see how this goes. So I came and bought some weed this morning, and we tried to grab some fish just with a net, but the owner said it's best with a little rod and line. So I've gone back and got my gear, and here I am. Let's see how this goes. Well, 3/4 of an hour later, my fishing skills have landed me 7 free fish. So here we are. They're going into their new home, and Kirsten is going to name them.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, when we were first together, we had a fish tank and we had 2 fish, didn't we? They were called Psycho and Woof for some reason.
Well, those psychos, Stuart Pearce. But right, okay, and we couldn't afford a dog.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right, anyway, so Psycho and Woof and their 5 friends are going in. You ready? Mm-hmm. There we go. This is just rocket that we sort of accidentally left to go to seed. Just one of the plants went to seed, and the flowers on it were so beautiful, and the early bees were really using it, so we've let it all go to seed, and butterflies are on it, hoverflies, everything, and have been for the last month. But we need the space, so I'm really undecided what to do. And so there's I'll show you later on if I remember, but Looks fantastic, really does. But I do need to clear that because we're running out of covered areas for the brassicas. What to do? I don't know. Use the fact that there's absolutely no frosts forecast for the next 10 days to get a lot of stuff planted up yesterday. I don't know if you can see that through the enviromesh, but a lot of the brassicas are in. And then these two covered beds with this mesh to stop pigeons and Jack Russells getting onto it. They're all planted up now. So yeah, it was an enjoyable afternoon yesterday. Proper sort of gardening jobs rather than maintenance or making stuff. Today is a slightly different story. I have got 100 bricks, a ton of gravel, a ton of topsoil, all to arrive. So it's not going to be nice gentle jobs today. It's going to be tough jobs, knackering jobs, and I will definitely need a beer or a whiskey by the end of the day. So that all went to plan. I was worried that they couldn't get it in front behind that hedge, and they did very easily. So that's great. So we have some topsoil, and this is really sandy and loamy, the opposite of our soil. So that's great. That'll be added to various beds. And then we've got the gravel is just to top up various patches, which is a bit thin on the ground, and then bricks for sort of pathways, stepping stones, that sort of thing. So yeah, really happy with that, and we shall now crack on. Right, so that's it for this this vlog. I've just had some lunch after that delivery has arrived. And Benji's just having a bit of a snooze and a snore, aren't you? You okay? Yes, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for watching. And pain in the ass. Sorry. thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. A like or a positive comment is really appreciated, isn't it? Yeah. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and take care, and see you in the next week or so. Cheers.